Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and guess what? We got some more LEGO Harry Potter years 5 through 7 for you. In fact, this one happens to be Dobby Story, which is the last level of Year 7, Part 1. Technically, they should have made it 7 and 8, but that would have confused everything because the books and the movies, and anyways, not to confuse you any more than it already is, we get a couple of trophy achievements, one for completing the level, and of course, one for completing Year 7, as they put it. And we also get a gold brick. We fall short of that true wizard requirement, but that's all right. We're going to go Miley Cyrus on this little hub area right here, and if you're wondering what I mean by that, we actually have to use our bag of tricks, which pulls out this crazy giant wrecking ball, and that's right, we're going to have to use a little Leviosa to come in like a wrecking ball. Booyakashow, look at that, we are in, and oh, look at this, it's a cutscene. Oh no, we've been snatched up by the Snatchers and tossed in a lonely dungeon, but as it turns out, we actually have some friends down here. In fact, Luna's down here, and there's some other peoples as well, and we're going to start off by noticing the tube in the very back left corner, and we're going to send old Pidgewiggin up in through, and he's going to knock down a flower vase, which actually reveals some flowers, which that is going to be a good indication that we need to find ourselves a cauldron. That's right, normally when we have items like, you know, flower petals or a serpent's tooth or something like that, you generally find a cauldron. So let's go ahead and search around and see what we can find. There was a spider on the ceiling back there. I wonder what that has to do with. And big shout out to some of our viewers who have left us some notes and give us some information about the last level, including how we beat the boss with the flower machine, the flower power machine, and yeah, as well as that Ron is terrified of spiders and usually cannot be controlled around him. So, all right, moving along. In the far right corner, there is a tall shelf that you can knock over and find yourself a key, which once you fetch that key, it'll actually open the lock right next to it on the left, and that'll actually drop some bricks, which can be built up into our cauldron. So, whoever you picked up that flower with earlier in this segment, make sure you slam dunk it up in there. If you have missed it, make sure you go over to that left corner and grab it. Meanwhile, head over to the right corner and use Loomis or the Deluminator to go ahead and scare away those devil's snares and the tentacly-like things, as I like to call them. And it'll actually reveal a blue ice lolly. So go ahead and get your dunk on and get it in the cauldron as well. And, well, next up, here's some more of those devil snares. We're going to need some more light, and Harry's got some 3D goggles on, so that's not going to do us any good. I'm not sure if either of our two characters are known for having Loomis or any kind of illuminating spell, but we do know that Ron still has his Deluminator, and in the back right corner there is an active light source. So we'll go ahead and use that. Oh, wait, what? We don't need that. That's a character token. What am I doing? As it turns out, there is a red wall over there, and we might need to use Defendo, might not, but however, there are some studs, I believe. Yeah, I think I just grabbed some studs back there. And anyhow, we really what we need to do is, remember I mentioned that spider a little bit ago? We need to actually go pay attention to that. And as it turns out, there are 3 barrels kind of in this left front corner here. We need to smash those down and rebuild the bouncing bricks into what turns out to be a fly. That's right, if we could only be a fly on the wall. Well, in this case, I wouldn't want to be because he gets chomped down by this giant spider. And you might avert your eyes to the far left if you don't want to watch him get eaten. But there are some bluesies and a purple over there in the corner, but it gives us the final item we need to go ahead and get our dunk on. So we're going to go ahead and shacked in a fool it right up in there. And look at that. We have, we've actually revealed a nice little serpent puzzle here. I don't know if I've ever come up with a name or if there is a true name for this. In fact, you guys are awesome. If there is a name for this type of puzzle, let me know. Obviously, Originally, I know it's something to do with the serpent, and I usually go the serpent puzzle, but I don't know if that's right, and let me know. But regardless, once you solve it, it actually builds up into this giant special mirror, and it takes us into a cutscene. On guard. Oh wait, that's wrong sport, wrong kind of dueling. All right, here we find ourselves in this crazy dueling scenario here. It's quite the quite the debacle. As you can see, just like all of the previous duels, we need to match our spell on our half of the circle with the spell, or his half of the circle, of Draco in this case. And so just match those up and spam the icon indicated for us. As you can see, it continues to change. It started off as, I believe, circle, and then went to square, and then that was X, and now it's back to square again, or something along those lines. I might have missed that up. But once you have gotten through all 4 of Draco's hearts, he will apparate and take off. And then we see Bellatrix grab a handful of items that spin around, and we notice that one is a different color than the rest. And that usually indicates that we will have the ability to use Leviosa to go ahead and target that item and send it back packing right at her. And in this case, we do. Ka-chow! And look at that, we've taken 1 of the 3 hearts off. So looks like we're going to have to repeat this process 3 times. And this time we'll go ahead and check out the other duel. In fact, we've got Ron over here on the right, and let's see here. What's her name? Marcia? I know it's Draco's mom. I just had the name. In fact, I even went as far as to go and look it up, but let it be me to go ahead and mess it up to forget something I just looked up 10 seconds ago. Anyhow, trying to do a lot. I guess it's really not that important, and I'm sure one of my awesome viewers, such as yourself, will know the answer and drop me a comment so that when I reach this again in free play, I will know who I'm battling and what I'm talking about. Hopefully. That's the goal anyway. So, all right, we are struggling miserably. As you can see, there are still 4 hearts here, and Ron is not doing a very good job. Well, I shouldn't say Ron. Really, it's going to be the user controlling Ron, which is going to be me. So I am doing terribly. But as it would turn out, I have figured out that I can use my shield, and it turns out that that is the only way I'm going to be able to beat her, because she is much quicker on the draw than I appear to be. I don't know if it's like a skill versus skill thing and just Ron's not as awesome as she is, or if it was a user error thing and maybe it's just my fingers weren't pushing the buttons fast enough. But once we get through all 4 hearts, and I guess it doesn't matter, you could probably battle Draco again with Harry, or you might even be able to battle Draco with Ron. I'm not exactly sure, because I don't think I tried that. I might. But eventually, once you get through all 4 hearts, it'll repeat the process again, where a few Death Eaters pop up, and you can eradicate them. But most importantly, pay attention to Bellatrix in the back, where she has those items she throws at you. And of course, you're going to want to target that purple one and send it right back at her. Now, we've got this whole new deal. So maybe it wasn't the rule of 3. It kind of is, but it kind of switches it up a little bit. And you can see there's more items being thrown at us. And of course, eventually there is a purple item. Now, I totally messed this up. Like, I threw it at the wrong person. I was kind of unsure as to who I needed to attack. You can see I've got somebody sleeping to the left of me. I got somebody in the back left and the back right attacking me. And I also have old Bellatrix up on the balcony throwing stuff at me. So who's my target here? Who, I say? Well, as it would turn out, I am supposed to be taking these items that are coming up from under the balcony and slamming them on the 2 young people. Well, I guess they're both not young, but the little people down below. It's Draco and his mama. And look at that, we actually finally slam dunked one of those poiple items right onto Mom's forehead, and it did not go over so well for her, and she is down for the count. So, we're going to go ahead and work on old Draco next. And let's see here. Some bluesies. Yeah, don't forget to run towards your screen and grab those. But hey, check it out. You're going to grab the item. He's going to kind of shift through a few different ones before a purple one comes up. But once it does, dunk it on him too. Why is Draco crying? Because he just got dunked on. That's all right. I ain't even lying. Little Froggy Fresh for you. Anybody who hasn't seen that should definitely go watch that, especially if you're a basketball fan. Anyhow, we have one last duel that we have to do with old Bellatrix Lestrange. And again, it's just matching the spell that she's choosing with the spell that you were using, and then spamming the button that is displaying. And check it out, we have to switch. Oh, she's got red on her, and she got me. But I zapped her back, and spam, 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 spam. Look at that, one heart left, and once we get to that last heart, it's actually going to take us into the final cutscene of this particular year, and we'll go to the second half of that shortly. So, oh, shh. Dobby down! Oh, poor Dobby. Hey, here lies a free elf. Trophy achievement should be yours for completing the level. And in fact, you should get that to be continued as well for completing year 7. At least that's how they're breaking it down. I know we still have a whole nother second half of the year, book, movie, however you want to break it down. But, we're going to go ahead and collect that gold brick. And look at that, finished story. So it actually takes us to quite a lengthy scene where there's, more animations but no talking. So you don't really know what's going on unless you know what's going on. And if you know what's going on, then why are you watching it? Anyway, you know what this screen means? That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Harry Potter's years 5 through 7, level 18, Dobby! And poor little guy, may he rest in peace and not pieces. I guess, is that too soon? Is that too soon? Anyhow, hey, do you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions? We, of course, encourage you to head on over to our social pages, such as Facebook, Twitter, or, of course, just simply commenting down below. In fact, your engagement with our video can help our success in the video search. I know that sounds weird, but just by dropping a comment, saying hey, or asking a question, or giving us some feedback, which you know is crucial to our success. Without your feedback, we wouldn't have things like this. We wouldn't have done 5 through 7. We wouldn't have probably even done 1 through 4. But because you guys requested it, we're doing it. So anyhow, you get the point. Drop us a line, say hello. As for me, that's gonna do it. Until next time. See ya.